Hey everyone! I've been wanting to do a 3-marker challenge for a while now, and now that I've finally got some good markers for this, I'm gonna do it. Alright, so what's gonna go on is I'm going to draw 3 markers from this pack, and then I will design an illustration based on the markers that I got, and I'll color it in. Here I'm gonna choose 3, and I'm not going to be looking. This is completely blind. Interesting color palette. I've got yellow, which is more of like a dark yellow, got canary yellow, and then I've got cool gray. I'm gonna draw a sketch based on these markers, and then I will color it in just a bit. So I just drew this illustration and I fine-lined it with a brown Sharpie because I wanted the picture to look more warm. But these two colors, these yellows, they reminded me of sunflowers, and then I wanted, and this gray reminded me of something like industrial. So I wanted to make something kind of surreal but cute, so I put a spaceman in a sunflower field. Alright, so let's get coloring. So I'd say within the past like 3 years, my approach to illustrations is that I have an idea, and then maybe sometimes I'll do like small thumbnails or rough drafts, and then I will look up reference photos on Google and I will transfer them into my drawing, but I'll change slight parts that I want to be different, and I'll incorporate various references to make a complete drawing. And actually my use of references is fairly new to me because a lot of my teachers in like middle school, high school, and I suppose at the beginning of college, my art teachers discouraged the use of two-dimensional references, and what they were trying to do was that they were trying to get their students to use three-dimensional references. So they developed that ability to take three-dimensional object and to transfer it onto a two-dimensional surface. And that ability is really important with art and becoming a better artist and drawing better. But when you're doing your own illustration work, and you know, when you have this brilliant idea in your brain, and if you try to draw it just from your brain, it's not going to look accurate at all. You need to have some concrete, actual references to look to. Yeah, it's not like you can't just put a spaceman in the middle of sunflowers. Like, I don't know what a spaceman looks like. I mean, I have an idea, you know, there's the helmet, and there's the face plate, and like, I don't know, suit or something. But like, I don't know what's on the chest. I don't know that there's tubes coming out of places and weird little intricate designs on this backpack type thing. And you know, when you think of a sunflower, you think, oh, it just has a bunch of petals around it, right? But no, if you actually like look at the sunflower, its petals are such weird shapes, and if I wasn't looking at a reference of a sunflower, it'd look so artificial and cartoony. And my goal with this drawing was really to not be like super cartoony. I was trying to be surreal and more abstracted realism, I suppose you could say. So I looked up these references and I drew them out, and after I colored them all, I was planning on just leaving the background white because I didn't know what I could do with the background, because I only had 3 markers and I basically used up all 3 colors, you know, just with the sunflowers alone. And so I wasn't sure what I could do with the background. And so I took a picture of my drawing and I put it into Paint Tool Sci, and I overlaid an image of a field to see if I wanted to continue the sunflower field into the background. And it looked pretty good, so I decided to just go for it. For the background flowers, I didn't outline them or anything. I wanted them to look less noticeable and more distant, so I put less detail into them. Also trying to draw like a million sunflowers with these markers, and their tips are actually pretty big. I realized when I was getting to the sunflowers way at the back, I was just doing tiny little dots. And trying to draw like the actual sunflowers themselves would be so impossible. So I just did like implied sunflowers going off into the distance. And on the middle part of I guess you could say the windshield of this spaceman's helmet, I made some more contrast between the like horizon line on that part and the upper sky. And the sky in the background, I really wanted to mute the color so it wouldn't jump out, because I don't know, doing the sky in orange, I was really worried that it would be too much of the focus. So I made that darker and I put the gray on top, and I kind of just muted it. But the secret behind the challenge is that you have a fourth color. What? It's the white of the paper! Yeah, so you can use the white of the paper as a fourth color, and that really helped me bring like a focal point into the picture by making the stark contrast of the white and the colors in the background for the spaceman. You can obviously tell that he is the focal point. Drawing sunflowers with gray and two different yellows, I was able to create a very surreal drawing, and it almost looks like he's on like a different planet, like Mars or something, and now Mars has a bunch of sunflowers on it, and there's an amazing sunset, but even though the sunsets on Mars are actually blue, but whatever, let's just go with it. But I don't know, maybe these sunflowers don't have chlorophyll, maybe they're actually living creatures and they create their own energy, maybe they're just aliens that look like sunflowers. That's why they're not green. I don't know. It just makes you think about the different combinations of... So yeah, my first approach at this, I never would have thought of using gray instead of green, but it works so well. And using these three simple colors and overlaying them makes it look so much more unified. That was one of the points of my video I made probably about a month ago about my original characters. It's like something about at the creek or something. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, in that one I used way too many colors, and I felt like the whole piece just like did not have any harmony or unity in it. Only being able to use three colors, I really was able to create a piece that feels like it's all connected through the colors. Color theory, man. Color theory. It works. I was so scared that I was going to get like colors like, I don't know, bright pink and bright purple and brown. And I was scared that I was going to get three colors that looked horrible together, but I surprisingly got these three very nice colors, and I like how they all work together. If you're ever going to try this challenge, you just gotta keep in mind that you can use the secret fourth color, which is the background color of the paper you're using, and overlapping colors is a really good way to make new colors and to bring color differences and value differences into your drawings. And yeah, I hope this information was helpful for you, and I just want to thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!